He made the world laugh as Jed Clampett, the lovable hillbilly-turned-millionaire from the Beverly Hills. But behind Buddy Ebsen's iconic smile was a life marked by painful rejections, heartbreaking losses, and a tragic end that left fans stunned. From being Walt Disney's original choice for the Tin Man, to nearly dying from the role, to passing away far from the spotlight he once dominated, Buddy Ebsen's story is one of fame, resilience, and quiet sorrow. Buddy Ebsen was born Christian Ludolf Ebsen Jr. on April 2, 1908, in Belleville, Illinois. Before moving with his family to Orlando, Florida, his father, a choreographer and dance instructor, introduced Buddy to the world of movement, discipline, and the performing arts at a very young age. But Buddy never had a clear path to stardom. In fact, his dream of becoming a doctor was derailed by the Great Depression, which forced him to drop out of college. He and his sister Vilma headed to New York City, scraping by as dancers in Broadway shows. When Hollywood called, it wasn't tea. To give him a lead, it was to use his 6'3" frame and lanky limbs as comic relief. In the 1930s, he danced alongside Shirley Temple and supported stars like Judy Garland. But the spotlight was never fully his. He had charm, talent, and grace, but not the look that the studios craved at the time. Yet Buddy pressed on, determined to make his mark. In 1939, Buddy Ebsen was handed a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, the role of the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. But this dream role quickly became a nightmare. The aluminum dust used in his makeup was so toxic that Buddy collapsed on set, gasping for air. He spent weeks in the hospital recovering from a severe reaction that nearly killed him. The studio quietly replaced him with Jack Halliwell, without telling the public. Despite having already recorded all the Tin Man's songs, Buddy's work was erased from the film. He wasn't even invited to the premiere. It was a cruel betrayal by the industry he had worked so hard to break into. The incident not only cost him a defining role, it marked him with lingering lung problems for the rest of his life. The 1950s brought television into American homes, a new chance for Buddy. After years of supporting roles and near-me, Buddy finally struck gold in 1962 when he was cast as Jed Clampett in the Beverly Hills. The show was an overnight sensation. Buddy's portrayal of the kind-hearted, simple, yet surprisingly wise, oil-rich hillbilly made him a household name. Viewers connected with Jed Clampett's moral compass and humility, and Buddy brought authenticity to every scene. But despite the show's success, Buddy never saw himself as a celebrity. He remained humble, private, and professional. Off camera, he stayed grounded, raising a family and keeping clear of the Hollywood lifestyle. What most fans didn't know was that Buddy was also a sailor, a painter, and even a published novelist. He wasn't just Jed Clampett, he was an artist at heart. Buddy Ebsen was married 3 times and fathered 7 children. His family was his refuge away from the industry's chaos. But even that world had its struggles. His first marriage to Ruth Cambridge ended in divorce. Though it produced 2 children, his second marriage to Nancy Wolcott lasted for nearly 40 years before ending in separation. His third marriage, to Dorothy Knott, brought him peace in his later years. Buddy's children remember him as a warm, thoughtful, and creative father, but the demanding nature of Hollywood meant he often had to split his attention between fame and family. Later in life, Buddy began losing many of the friends and colleagues he had grown up with in the industry. With every funeral, his circle grew smaller. The glitz and glamour of Hollywood faded, replaced with silence and reflection. Despite being loved by millions, Buddy often faced the deep loneliness that comes with old age. As Buddy moved into his 90s, his health began to deteriorate. He continued to paint, write, and even gave interviews well into his 80s. But time, as it does for everyone, eventually caught up with him. In 2003, Buddy was admitted to Torrance Memorial Medical Center in California. He had been battling breathing difficulties and other age-related complications. On July 6, 2003, Buddy Ebsen passed away at the age of 95 from respiratory failure. The world mourned the loss of a gentle giant, a man who had brought joy to generations but suffered silently behind the scenes. There were no huge headlines, no dramatic tributes on award shows. His passing was dignified, quiet, much like the man himself. At the time of his death, Buddy Ebsen's net worth was estimated to be around $2 million. While modest by Hollywood standards, it reflected a life of steady work, careful investments, and personal discipline. Buddy didn't chase wealth, he pursued craft. His income came not just from the Beverly Hills, but also from roles in Barnaby Jones, voice work, book royalties, and years of consistent work in the entertainment industry. But Buddy's true wealth wasn't in dollars. It was in the joy he gave millions, in the way families gathered around TV sets to laugh at his slow drawl and wise one, in how he bounced back from rejection after rejection without bit. His legacy lives on in the characters he played, the art he created, and the quiet strength he carried through every chapter of his life. Today, Buddy Ebsen is remembered not just as Jed, but as a symbol of Hollywood's golden era, an era of hard work, quiet dignity, and enduring charm. He never became a blockbuster movie star. He never won an Oscar, but he won something more valuable: the love and respect of those who knew him, and the loyalty of millions of fans who still smile when they hear, "Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed." His story reminds us that behind every smile is a struggle, behind every laugh is a lesson, and behind every legend, a human being. What are your memories of Buddy Ebsen? Did you grow up watching the Beverly Hillbillies, or discover his work later on? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this story moving, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold tales of Hollywood's greatest stars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.